everybody, and welcome to The Toast. This is the first episode so far, and hopefully it won't be my last. Well, today we'll be discussing Stephenie Meyer's new book, Breaking Dawn. Now, first of all, I want to say it was a okay ending, and if you haven't read the book yet and you're a fan, then stop watching right now or continue watching to learn all about it and how I hate it. Well, to begin, Breaking Dawn is basically about the life, well, let's start out from the beginning. Breaking Dawn is the fourth book in Stephenie Meyer's Twilight series. It's the continuation of Bella and Edward's relationship together from, the wedding and stuff like that. First of all, I want to say, Meyer, why? What the heck? I mean, I don't even know what to say. I mean, the first time I read it, it was like speed reading, because I stayed up past like midnight. I did an all-nighter reading it. I dressed up as Alice, because, I'm not very tall at all. And I went to this huge party at Barnes & Noble for the premiere. I stayed up all night reading it, and that's probably why I thought that it was the best book ever. But then the next day, as I actually started rereading it, I noticed a lot of grammatical errors and just a lot of spelling mistakes, and I was kind of pissed off right about then. But the whole thing with the baby, well, first of all, Stephenie Meyer said that vampires can't produce tears or anything except for venom, which is unnatural. So how could they produce something that would create a baby? Really? I mean, and then how Jacob imprinted on what's-her-face, I can't even remember her name, it sucks so bad. There's some really long name in French or something, but she says that that's the whole reason why there was imprinting, but I think that she just pulled it in as a last resort, which really wasn't that great, But she states that that's the whole reason why Quill imprinted on Claire when she was 2. So, and, how was Bella able to resist the blood of her daughter, the first time she went out hunting? I mean, nobody wanted there to be a blood-curdling massacre, like she kills all of Forks, but nobody should be able to walk away like that. I mean, we all knew that she was special or whatever, but really, stick to your story, Stephenie. Stick to it, okay? I mean, you could have been a little bit more descriptive of her life with the Cullens and her first year as a newborn, and stuff like that. But instead, you just throw in the baby thing, and then you think that that's the end? I mean, and plus, the whole thing with the Volturi, I mean, it was great to learn about all the other different covens throughout the world, but really, you could have been a little bit more descriptive about that. Well, I think you should. Now, my friend who, I don't want to say her name because she'll get pissed off, but I made her sign a petition which is about this book. I can't remember the site right now, but it just had a list of things, which mainly I'm saying right now, and I signed it, and I forced her to sign it because I said that if she didn't sign it, I would have her head, or else say that she was, say to Jacob and Edward that she was out to kill Bella, and then, yeah. But the petition, it really made me think about this whole thing, and they said something, the writer of the petition said something about the Rob effect. Now, I don't know what that is really, but it's basically a last resort, so what I've heard in the research that I've done. And I don't really know what else to say because, I mean, even though I'm an insomniac, you know, that still doesn't like give you the right, Stephenie, to write like one of the worst book in the series. I mean, and I spent like a lot of money on my outfit. I reserved the book like a year prior. Well, not really, I'm exaggerating, but still. And I stayed up all night reading it as best I could. And, you know, this is what we get. Now, I'm not saying that anybody should, like, not buy the book, because really you want to know what happened to Edward and Bella and Jacob, etc. But if you're really, how should I put this, like an in-depth reader, then I would say that this book isn't really for you. And my mom's giving me that look. Yeah, she read it and she said that she loved it. And I'm like, okay, well, don't really know what else to say about this. And, okay, there's one other thing. It was mainly Edward, Bella, and Jacob. And it was really funny how Emmett and Bella got along and such. But I would have really liked Stephenie to explore Bella's relationships with the rest of the Cohen family even more. I mean, mainly it was just the only people in it were Jacob, Edward, Bella, and Rosalie. And it just wasn't that great of a book. Well, that's it for today. Please subscribe, first episode, and not the greatest. If you're into vampire romance novels, then I suggest buying the first book. Because to me, that was just the best one. Introduced a lot of characters fairly well. And, yeah, that's about it. Okay. Well, see you next week on The Toast.